Tallaght is a huge area and it's grown all the time. It's seen significant growth in the last 10 years, in both in population, in deprivation, and drug use has almost doubled. The number of people presenting with one drug issue is extremely rare at this point. People are shown with a multitude of issues and complex issues, not all that relate to the substance. There's additional issues as well. Crack cocaine use is on the rise. Some people call it an epidemic, what's happening in the area at the moment. And we urgently need support. What the sad thing is that we have brilliant community services in our area that, by their very nature, want to respond to the issues that are there, but feel that they can't. The capacity isn't there because the funding isn't there.
My first time getting involved with substances when I was 14. I first got introduced to harder drugs when I was 18. That was when I first smoked heroin. It was so socially acceptable in where I come from to use drugs the way we use drugs. I didn't see a problem in that. You know, I didn't see how it was interfering in me and growing as a person, how it interfered with me being a mother to me 2 boys. I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to keep living the way I was living, you know. And I do remember thinking, I'm going to throw myself out in front of the 27 bus and be done with it. Addiction is horrible, you know. And when you're stuck in that and you think you're going to end there, you know, because there is times when you think, this is it for me, this is it, there's no way out, you know, I've tried and I can't get clean, I can't stop using. So to come from that to being a university student is an absolute miracle, you know. But it doesn't happen. I didn't do it on my own. You need to be, it's like you're wrapped around, you know, the services, other people on the same journey as you. You need to be connected in with all of that. So you know you're not on your own. So you have a place to go to where you're safe and you can talk about issues that's happening, because it's not easy coming out of addiction. It's not. To try and get back in to normal living without all that support, you need it.
My problem with alcohol started when I was a young man. After another years, when I started drinking even on the mornings, but I didn't want thinking is my problem. I'm just like awake in nightmare where I'm lost everything, and then I'm decided to change this. From the moment when I start work with these addiction centers, first time then I saw the chance to stop drinking. I feel protected now because I know I have place and I can get help.
It's taken me a long time to get where I am today, you know. There wasn't any drug that I haven't tried, you know. I've tried all the drugs, crack, heroin, tablets, you name it. Anything to take me away from myself, you know. When I ended up in treatment and I learned then that I had, you hear people calling it the disease of addiction, it's that dis-ease within me. You know, I had kind of always thought that I was going to be a hopeless addict, but that hopelessness slowly turned into hopefulness, you know, and you know, my life took off. I mean, addiction is rampant. It's worse than when I would have been out there, and it's changed. The whole scene has changed, you know. There's much more intimidation. It's much more readily available. When somebody is motivated, if you say to them, oh, look, you're going to be on a waiting list, you're going to lose that window of opportunity to get them to engage if you haven't got the resources to meet somebody who's coming to you saying, look, I want help. I know for me anyway, I know I wouldn't be here today. I would have taken my own life without the support of the services in Tallaght.
The community at the moment is being ravished with crack cocaine. If you use crack, you're going way above the sky. But what happens then is you're not just going down to ground level, you're going down a rabbit hole. And that's what people don't understand. The rabbit hole is what brings someone to use again, to come out of that and just be feeling at an even keel. If you get someone to a point where they have a self-worth and they want to, you know, they want to function in society in a way that makes them feel worth. You walk with a client. It's not about hand-holding, it's about having someone that can actually support you at exactly where you're at with no judgment, and with actually having the confidence to even go to appointments or go back out into the world, you know, just someone to support. Every project should have a crack cocaine support worker to respond to it, because there's so many different interventions, but one that is aimed at the women or men that are using crack. So more groups, more supports in-house and outreach.
Recovery is happening. The key for us in terms of the people delivering these initiatives on the ground, we need to ensure that our frontline community services are sustained and I suppose empowered to do the work that's so badly needed in communities. What we estimate that we require is an additional allocation of €1 million, and that's just to address the priority needs in our area, such as the crack cocaine issue, engaging with young people in a more targeted way, building recovery communities, and investing in residential services, being able to support families to the degree that we need to support them. If we have more funding, I can't imagine what we would achieve, because so much is achieved on a daily basis and you see it, and we don't want history to repeat itself. We want to stop intergenerational drug use in its tracks.